constable who attended the scene believed the death was suspicious and noted there was bruising and blood on the torso. After questioning court, Barking and Dagenham officers accepted his claim that he had found the body outside his front door when he returned from a night shift.
Diet.
Diet to.
Diet.
Ito yung diet.
Please, Jerson, can you give
I had this book
vinegar?
made to put some special photos in of Anthony. These pictures do reflect his personality. He was always the life and soul of the party. He was always one that wanted to make people laugh. Let me smile, because these are my favourite pictures of all. He really did have a zest for life. He just threw himself into everything he did. I have no doubt he would have succeeded in what he did, because he had such
Thank you.
passion.
Say thank you.
Do it.
Vinegar. Vinegar.
But that's been taken away from him. When I first received the news about Anthony, I was on holiday in Turkey at the time. And my phone was turned off. So I turned my phone back on the Sunday evening and received hundreds of missed calls, text messages. So I rang Paul, my other son, who then told me that Anthony had been found dead in the street. I just literally went into shock there and then. I don't even remember the flight home or anything about it.
Tulog pa mga tao sa Pinas. Tulog pa sila.
And the first initial contact was Anthony been found dead in the street. So I said, was he shot? Was he stabbed? You know, had he been beaten up? We don't know. And at that moment, they weren't treating it as suspicious. So I said, well, it is suspicious. He said, you found him dead in the street. He hasn't been beaten up, he hasn't been stabbed, he hasn't been shot, anything. Something's not right. Where's his phone? Why don't you track his phone? No, it's too expensive.
Hello guys, tara kain tayo salad.
To ever investigate
Diet daw
from
pag may
the
time.
very beginning. What's left of Anthony's property? His whole life. I've been waiting 2.5 years for all this stuff to come back. Police took it from his room after he died and put it into storage. Because they've been stored so long, all the clothes are mouldy. So I'm trying to salvage what I can. This is the saddest thing. It's been broken. Anthony loved it. It's quite sad looking at that. Not a lot for somebody's life, is it? This is a lot of his designs, his bits of fabrics that he was working with. Anthony was studying fashion and design at Middlesex University. All he ever wanted to do was be a famous fashion designer, for everybody to know his name. That's all he ever wanted. But if you upset me now. He did get paid, but for all the wrong reasons.
A week after Anthony's death, police received dramatic new evidence. One of his friends revealed that Anthony had hooked up with Stephen Port via a male escort website called Sleepy Boy, a couple of days before his body was found. Port was then arrested on suspicion of perverting the course of justice, for lying to police about not knowing Anthony. After changing his story, Port admitted he had hired Anthony as an escort for the night, but insisted Anthony had died from a self-inflicted drugs overdose.
Stephen Port was saying that when Anthony got there, he had taken GHB. And then an hour or two later, he'd gone back into the bathroom and taken more GHB, at which time he was violently ill. Stephen Potter then said that Anthony
Mute
had gone
natin.
to sleep and he went to work and left him for 8 hours.
it is.
Kain tayo guys, salad. Diet
What
daw.
had killed Gabriel with a fatal dose of chemsex drug, GHB, then
Yummy.
somehow moved his body, without being spotted, a few hundred meters away to a nearby church graveyard.
I like coming here. It's such a quiet area.
Magkinambing daw tayo ngayon. Tambing-tambing
I
na.
walked the dog through the gate, and as I've come through here, I've looked up, and I could see what I thought was someone asleep, leaning up against the wall. He was wearing dark glasses, but they weren't on his face properly. Then I went up to him and touched a bit of bare skin. Skin I felt was cold. He was almost semi-clothed in the sense his clothes were up here, up toward his chest area. It did look highly suspicious. He couldn't have clothed himself in that way. He must have been placed there. I just thought the whole scenario didn't look right.
The police suspected that Gabriel had died from a self-inflicted drugs overdose, and the death was not treated as suspicious. They tracked down Gabriel's recent address.
Less than a week after he'd left, I was working from home, and 4 police turn up at my door. And they tell me that he's been found dead in a cemetery. And after that, it's a bit of a blur. So you're not just dealing with the fact that your friend has died. It's the horrific circumstances and this mystery. And I guess that was why I felt compelled, even at that early stage, to understand and know what happened.
Many questions remained unanswered about his friend's death, so John decided to do a little investigating of his own.
I typed in unexplained deaths barking, and this link came up, which is about 2.5 to 3 months before Gabriel was found. Man dies in unexplained circumstances in Barking. Police are appealing for information after a man died in unexplained circumstances on Cook Street. So then, what I did was I typed Cook Street into Google Maps. So there's Cook Street, and there is St. Margaret's Churchyard. It's like a stone's throw, a couple of blocks away. That's too close. They're too similar. Young men found dead in the same circumstances, that close, mere streets away. It made me suspicious. It seemed suspicious.
Barking and Dagenham police did not link the deaths of the 2 gay young men. No public warnings were issued to Barking's gay community.
At the time of Gabriel's death, I didn't hear anything about it in the local community. So the information I had on my phone, the crucial evidence, stayed on my phone. Had the police even made any kind of outreach to the LGBT community, then local people like myself would have been aware, and we could have gone straight to the police with the information we knew. And people's lives could have been saved.
Just a week after murdering his second victim, Holt used one of his profiles on the gay dating site Figlads to contact 21-year-old Daniel Whitworth. On the 3rd of September 2014, Port suggested they meet for a drink before dinner at his flat. Just so you can get to know me a bit, so you know I'm not some psycho.
It was about 3 weeks later, I've come in through this gate, and I've seen what looked like another young man lying in exactly the same spot virtually. And I thought, no, I don't believe this. I thought, please, God, don't let this be another body. I thought, I don't believe it. It can't be. This body was placed in exactly the same position as the previous one. Again, I was thinking, what to sit in the same, L-shaped position. This was very suspicious to my way of thinking. Well, anybody would have thought it was suspicious. Barking and gagging on police. I don't really think they know what they're doing, or quite honestly. They're nothing better than Keystone cops.
After drugging, raping and murdering Daniel Whitworth, Port had planted a fake suicide note on his body. It suggested that Daniel had been in a relationship with Gabriel Kabari, the previous young man to die, and that they had been using GHB when Gabriel accidentally overdosed and died. Now Daniel was taking his own life out of remorse.
We were just going about our usual routine, and there was a knock at the door, and there were two policemen who immediately removed their hats and held their hats in front of them. And I thought, oh my God. They said they were sorry to inform us that somebody who matched Daniel's description was found in Barking, and they were very sorry, but it looked like he'd taken his own life.
Busog na ako.
And I turned away. I turned my face from